What's up, tribe? What's up? Here I come. Listen, I know it's late, and I appreciate the people who are here. My tribe that is here. You guys, we're going to talk some talk. Let me share this out, and we're going to go ahead and get started. I ain't even going to hold you long because it's late, and we all have things to do, okay? What up, y'all? Hey, boo. We're going to go ahead and put this out. We are live. It's late, and I ain't even going to hold you long. Hey, Leo, how you doing, boo? I ain't seen you in a couple of days. So, y'all, it's been going on. Well, I mean, listen, this thing started a week ago, and it looks like it's not slowing down anytime soon. So, I'm going to start with the Fat Joe interview. Then we're going to talk a little bit about some things that went over on the King Jive show. Then we're going to end with, he went live after the Fat Joe interview. Bishop went live after the Fat Joe interview. And we're going to talk about what he said on his live. And then I looked at Larry Reid's live earlier. So we're just going to talk about all this. Like, at first, this was just going to be a review of his interview with Fat Joe. But, child, we got all kinds of stuff going on. So let me just go on through it. First of all, for those who don't know, we're here to talk about Bishop Whitehead. Listen, and y'all might be sick of me talking about him, but he is the gift that keeps giving. Like, every time I say, oh, I'm done, that's over, ain't nothing left there, ain't nothing new. Baby, he is the gift that keeps on giving. If he would just shut up, but he won't. So, listen, we got stuff to talk about. So let's talk about it. Okay, we got some stuff to talk about. So he went down to the Fat Joe show. Got notes. Now y'all know that Fat Joe was questioning a little bit. He was questioning him a little bit. You know, he was one of the people that was kind of giving him the side eye. So I don't know if he reached out to Fat Joe or Fat Joe reached out to him. I didn't get that. I don't even think it matters at this point. But he was on Fat Joe's show. And first of all, y'all know he always got to tell his story. I'm sick of it. I done heard it. We know, sir. We know. Your daddy was killed by the police when you was either 6 weeks old or 6 months old. You keep changing it. It don't even matter. That's a lie that I'm not even going to sit here and stress out of because I could have heard you wrong. But 6 weeks, 6 months, whatever. We know you was robbed. We know what they took. Your wife is scared. Your daughter's traumatized. She don't want to wear jewelry anymore. We got it. We've heard it. And I'm not downplaying it, y'all, but we heard it, okay? So let's just talk about some of the stuff he has said, okay? First of all, I told y'all Saturday, that he needs to stop, or Sunday, whatever that was, last time we talked about this man. He needs to stop talking in absolutes. You're not the first person to do anything, sir. You're not the only person to do anything, son. Sir, you're not the best person to do anything, okay? You keep saying you're the only, you the first, you the best. No, you're not. You're not. Let's just start with that, okay? No, he has two daughters. His 14-year-old daughter was there and his 8-month-old daughter was there. So his 14-year-old daughter is the one that's scared to wear her jewelry now because she's scared of getting robbed again. And again, I'm not downplaying that. I'm just saying we've heard the story. We've heard it. Okay. So he says that he got arrested in Suffolk County, and he said that they're the most racist police. Excuse me. I'm sorry. I got this retainer in my mouth, child. He said they're the most racist police station in the country. First of all, I don't even want to get into us quantifying who's more racist than the next. But, sir, I assure you that Suffolk County, New York is not the most racist place. It's not the most racist police station or police force in our country. Hell, it's probably not the most racist in the state of New York. I'm just saying. Abby, I could tell you was getting irritated by that video because Abby, listen, Abby ain't never left that many comments under one of my videos. Abby ain't never left that many comments. She just kept going. That's number one. Okay. You was sit. Thank you. Come on, KK. Come on. Take your seat. Take your seat at the emergency meeting, honey. Get your notebook out and come on, take a seat. Okay. Y'all let KK through. Y'all let KK in now. Y'all let KK on have a seat. He said that he is the first person to ever be tried for identity theft in Suffolk County. So you were arrested in 2004. Your trial was in 2006. You mean to tell me that in the history of Suffolk County, ain't nobody else been tried for identity theft? Now, I don't know that to be true or false, and I don't have the energy to fact check, but I'm just going to call bullshit on that. I'm going to call bullshit on that. I'm going to have to see it. There is nowhere in the world that you are the first person in the whole county of Suffolk for the great state of New York that has been in existence. New York precedes our country becoming a country, and you're the first person to be tried for identity theft, sir? I mean, first of all, I don't know. Right, Abby, I don't know why you would brag on that. But I'm just going to call bullshit. I'm just going to, okay. So then Fat Joe asked him, after he went through his whole history lesson, his whole biography, I should say. Fat Joe asked him, how did you become a bishop? And what's funny is, y'all got to go back and look at the video. What's funny is, as Fat Joe is asking these questions, you know how he really want to ask these questions, but he's really trying to be respectful. But he was like, so he said, and I found out something interesting tonight. Fat Joe says that once his rap career, production, whatever he's doing now, kind of winds down, he said that, he has a very strong relationship with God, and he eventually thinks that he wants to get into being a pastor. I never knew that. And I'm not joking, I'm not playing, because look, I don't know what God done put on nobody's heart, but I did not realize that Fat Joe was that spiritual, that he felt like this was something that he would want to get into. You know what, little baby, what's very interesting is that he was ordained by a bishop. I remember the man's name. King Job said his name. But at the end of the interview, when Fat Joe asked him, like, who does he look up to? What people, like, that's in ministry that he looks up to? He said, give me 5. Child, he could only give him 3, number one. And not one of those, and out of those 3, none of them were the guy that made him a bishop. How you don't name him? He made you a bishop. He said T.D. Jakes and like 2 other people. Sir, how you don't even name the person that made you an old fake bishop? Moving on. So he asked him, how did he become a bishop? So now he got to tell his whole story about how he went into the ministry. What'd I do? Hold on, y'all. Oh, there it is. Okay, hold on. I had hit a button, child. He said that so then this went into his whole history of, well, we know that it's me, D, child, we know. Then he went into his whole history of how he went into the ministry. That's not what Fat Joe didn't ask you how you got into the ministry. Fat Joe asked you how you became a bishop. That question he never answered. But let me give y'all his story. That he said that he actually started pastoring. And Jonathan, let me know if I'm not using the right language, because I don't want to be wrong. He actually started being a pastor prior to him going to jail. He said that after he got indicted, but before he was convicted wrongfully, according to him, that he started pastoring. He started changing his life. So now I have to question the timing of when you became this pastor. So you started changing your life after you were indicted, but before you went to trial? Was that for the court? Was that for you to be able to stand in front of a judge and say, listen, judge, I've changed my life. I'm a different person. Look at what I'm doing now. I'm in the community. I'm ministering. I'm pastoring, whatever, whatever, whatever. I find it interesting that you didn't find the Lord until your tail got indicted. Now, he did say his mama, his mama and grandmama had him in church his whole life. Well, that's 99.9% of us that's in the room right now. Most of us parents had him in the church. Okay. Most of us parents had us in the church. So anyway, child. Most of the denominations have protocol. I know AME requires you to have a certain level of education. Yes, they do. Yeah. Most places have a protocol. Listen, hold on. Let me see what Jonathan said. Hold on. Because after they are made a bishop, they have nothing to do with each other because they go into competition. Oh, is that why he didn't mention the man? Okay. Got you. So then he says that when he went to jail, he was ministering in jail. He said that's what he was known as in jail. They call him Preacher, the preacher man from Brooklyn. Fat Joe, I think, asked him about any gang affiliation. I think that question came up. He said no. He said he never had any gang affiliation. And then he said now listen, I need y'all to listen. He said he was a pastor before he went to jail. He pastored the whole time he was in jail. And when he got out of jail, he said his church, he started a community church and he did a lot of things in the community. And then he became ordained after he got out of jail, like after a couple of years after he got out of jail. And this is an honest question, y'all, because I really don't know. Y'all know I don't have no problem telling y'all when I don't know something. Jonathan or anybody else in the chat that can answer this question for me. So he was pastoring, because remember, he was in jail for 7 years. He said he started pastoring before he went to jail. So let's just say a year. Then he said he got out of jail. He started his church and he was pastoring for 2 years. So that's almost 10 years that you've been calling yourself a pastor before you actually got ordained. Is that how that works, y'all? Abby said no. Abby said that's not how it works. Though I'm not a Christian, if you claim bishop without education and telling me the process of how you became a bishop, is it no for me because you full of it? Right. Listen, again, y'all know I don't have no problem telling y'all that I don't know something. Okay. I don't have no problem saying, listen, I don't know something. But is that how it works? Jonathan said it really depends on the denomination. Well, I read y'all the name of his church the other day. Hold on. Y'all want me to read it again? Where my phone at? Hold on. Let me read y'all the name of his church again. Okay. Oh God. I think I'm having too much fun with this situation. Maybe I need to go pray because I am having entirely too much fun with this situation. Hold on, I can't find it. Oh, did I delete it? Y'all, I might have deleted that mess. Hold on. Did I delete it? I must have deleted it. Shoot, y'all. See, that's what happens when you being messy. I know I didn't mean to delete it. I know I didn't mean to delete that. Damn. Hold on. I know where to find it though. Hold on. I know exactly where to go find it, child. Larry Reid page. Larry Reid Instagram page. Hold on. If he ain't deleted, but Larry Reid ain't delete that shit. I know Larry Reid ain't deleted, child. Okay, here go the name of his church, y'all. Deliverance Temple International, New York. That's the name of his church. No. I'm sorry. No. No, that's a lie. I just told y'all wrong. His church is Leaders of Tomorrow International Churches with Deliverance Temple International, New York. That's the name of his church. Excuse me. I'm sorry. Let me say it one more time. Leaders of Tomorrow International Churches with Deliverance Temple International. That's the name of his church. I don't know what denomination that is, okay? But that's the name of the church. I don't know what denomination that is. Now, mind you, he went through all that and he never answered the question of how he became a bishop. He barely answered the question of how he became somebody's pastor, but he damn sure didn't answer how he became a bishop. I believe it's a non-denominational church, Danny. I believe it's non-denominational, but don't quote me. At this point, I don't know nothing no more. I don't know nothing. Don't quote me, boo, because at this point, I don't know nothing. I don't know. So then he started talking about what he was doing before he went to jail. He said that he had, y'all know I told y'all this before, he said he had his own mortgage company, real estate firm. He said that he had about 13 employees and that he had an office in the Empire State Building. He said in the same building as his friends from the FUBU. Now he's sitting there talking to Fat Joe. You're bragging to Fat Joe about knowing people at FUBU. Fat Joe, that's who you brag. Talking to Fat Joe. You know he's not impressed, right? You know Fat Joe's not impressed that you have friends at FUBU. Yeah, Lauren. Oh, we're going to get to that. Absolutely, Lauren. I saw it and we're going to get to that. I'm so confused on how you feel threatened, but invited the person you scared of to come get that smoke. Abby, we gonna get there, boo. We gonna get. Listen, he's the gift that keeps giving. Let me get through this Fat Joe notes first, child, because I thought that was gonna be the highlight of this situation. But no. Y'all say he better not ever do an interview with me. I will have him stumbling over his words when it comes to the word of God. Oh, listen. Okay, I'm gonna just go ahead and say this before I forget to say it. Throughout his interview with Fat Joe, you know, he kept throwing out scripture. Every scripture he threw out was wrong. He would say, well, in Hebrews 1:3, it says, the Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. No, that's not what it's saying, Hebrews. No, that's not it. Like every Bible quote that he quoted, and he would throw out the scripture, like where you could find it in the Bible, it won't there. And it might have even been an accurate scripture. It just wasn't where he said it was. Y'all. Okay. So then Fat Joe asked him about, basically, again, he was being politically correct, but basically what he was asking him was, why you out here fronting? Why do you feel like you got to be out here in Louis, Gucci, Fendi? Why do you feel like that's what you have to do? Because you're in, and he said, you're ministering to a poor community. Why do you feel like you have to do that, or you have to be flashy like that when your congregants, that ain't how they living? That's not their lifestyle. So then he tells Fat Joe how he shouldn't have to. He said, I don't want you to ever feel like, he said, you say you want to go into the ministry. Well, I hope you don't feel like you have to basically dim your light. You just be who you are. If that's who you are, then be who you are. Stay true to who you are. But he went further and he said that he doesn't represent a poor neighborhood. Y'all remember the picture of his church, right? Y'all do remember where he is, right? He said he don't minister to a poor neighborhood. He said that his church, knocking over my light, y'all. Hold on. He said his church is not poor. He said members of his church have purchased homes. He said his church is very prosperous. Now, first of all, let me say this. I know a whole lot of people who purchase homes and that don't make them rich. Just because you've been blessed, you saved your money, you had some good credit, you were able to get you a house, that don't make you rich by any stretch of the imagination. Let's start there. Second of all, your church is prosperous. Where? And that's no disrespect to the people that go to his church, but where? Like, what are you measuring that against? And let me say this, I wanted to get a Mercedes so bad because I have a good job, but I took in consideration my members and what it would look like for me to drive in luxury, and many of them can't. You go to bed. And that's the thing, Jonathan. Like, on one hand, I understand when you, like, I get that. And for you to even have a second consideration about a car, you know what I'm saying? I better stop talking about this evil spirit's gonna cut out your electricity. Child. He said he's not a prosperity preacher. And what his definition of prosperity preacher was that he don't stand in front of his church and ask for money. But that's a lie, because if you go back to that sermon he did on Sunday in the Gucci suit, he asked his people to give double, since they never took up the collection last Sunday because they had got robbed. So he said, well, since we ain't take up the collection last Sunday, you're supposed to give double this Sunday. Don't sit here and act like you ain't asking for money from your people because you're asking for money from your people, okay? He said he's more of a teacher. And I wrote in my notes, but he don't know scripture. Because I told you, every time he threw out a verse, it was wrong. Because I looked it up. It was wrong. I looked it up. Because I told y'all, I got a Bible on my phone, and I have a physical Bible. I looked it up. Not one verse that he threw out was right. Not one. He threw out 3. In the course of this interview, he threw out 3, and none of them was right. What's up, Retro? What's up? Child. Fat Joe called him out for turning that camera. He made a mention about how the camera turned, and he also talked about the guy in the back. Now, the pastor said that the guy sitting in the back, he said that's one of his pastors, or one of the pastors, and he said he was in shock. He said he was just in shock. He said that's a good guy, but he was in shock. He was in shock. Joe also called him out because remember he said that he was the first church to be robbed. Remember he said he was the first church to be robbed. Fat Joe said, well, back in the 1970s, there was a whole crew that was going around Brooklyn robbing churches. Basically as if to say, bruh, stop playing. You ain't the only church to ever be robbed. Stop playing. Like, I love how Fat Joe was calling him out without being rude about calling him out. Oh, God. This is a quote. He said, just because I'm a preacher, it doesn't change my language, just my mindset. Because Fat Joe asked him about when he went on Larry Reid's live and he got to cussing. Well, he didn't cuss, but he got to talking about that woman who was fat, and we know what he called Larry Reid. And then he defended using the F word, the homophobic slur. Now, this is how, in my mind, the way he was defending using the F word is the way I feel when people try to defend using, like, who are not black using the N word. Okay, he said, first of all, he said the F word, it doesn't mean gay. It means, and I'm telling you exactly what he said, it means a bag of sticks. The F word doesn't mean gay. It means a bag of sticks. It means that you soft like a bag of sticks. That's what and what I put in my notes was, but how did you use it? So here's the thing. First of all, we know that the F word is used as a homophobic slur. And when you used it, you used it as a homophobic slur. You didn't use it as a bag of sticks. You used it as a homophobic slur. And he continued to use it in this interview. He said it in the interview. He said he don't believe in homosexuality. He doesn't believe that people are born gay. That is not what the Bible preaches. That is not what his Bible tells him. And so he does not believe in homosexuality. He said people in his church have changed. They came in gay. They not gay no more. I'm not even going to tell y'all how crazy that sounds, but okay. And I wrote it here again. He misquotes scripture. So he must have misquoted some scripture again because I put that in my notes. So Fat Joe asked him about his jewelry being insured. And at first he wouldn't tell. He was like, well, I can't tell you that. That's legal. That's legal. I can't tell you that. Fat Joe said, well, I'm going to go ahead and tell you. He said, I'm telling you now, every piece of jewelry that I wear is insured. Every piece of jewelry that I walk out the house in is insured. And I feel like maybe he felt a little some kind of way about it. So then he was like, all right, Joe, I'm going to tell you. I'm going to go ahead for you because you know you my guy. I'm like, y'all don't know, y'all ain't friends. He said, because you're my guy, I'm going to answer your question. I'm going to go ahead and be honest. Yeah, most of that jewelry, it wasn't insured. It wasn't insured. He said, because I had just got those pieces. They were sort of new, and I hadn't had a chance to take care of all of that yet. First of all, there are two ways we could look at that. They might not have been insured. You know why they might not have been insured? Because the shit wasn't real and ain't worth nothing. That's number one. But there's no way on this side of the world, that you legit walking around with $500,000 worth of jewelry between you and your wife, that y'all are walking around with $500,000 worth of jewelry and y'all ain't insured it. And like Attorney Simone said earlier today on my live, they might have had the wrong insurance policy. Even if it was insured, it might have been insured under their homeowner's policy, which would not have covered them at church. Oh, child. Listen, Lauren, this man is the gift that keeps giving. And he keeps bringing that up. He knows rappers like we supposed to care. Child, don't nobody care. So it wouldn't be surprised if he didn't know Fat Joe because he was close to Naughty by Nature. Child. So then he went on to talk about Larry Reid and how nobody knows Larry Reid. And Larry Reid, thank you, Keisha. And Larry Reid is clout chasing off of him. And Larry Reid is trying to build up his following because of him. I said, sir, what? Who? Sir, I'm sorry, what? Larry Reid, nobody knows. First of all, the fact that you said nobody knows Larry Reid, I mean, whether you like Larry Reid or you don't like Larry Reid, don't act like, and I'm not saying Larry Reid is a household name, but don't sit here and act like don't nobody know Larry Reid. Child by. Nobody knows you, sir. Prior to you getting fake robbed on Instagram, nobody knows you, sir. And if you're in church circles, you absolutely know Larry Reid. Again, you ain't saying you gotta like Larry Reid, but they absolutely know Larry Reid and King Jives. He try to act like he don't know who King Jives is either. Child, you know who King Jives is. Again, whether you like him or not, you know both of them. Don't play. And you and Larry Reid have both said that y'all knew each other even before this incident. You spoke on Larry Reid, having met Larry Reid before this incident, and Larry Reid has spoken on knowing you and meeting you before this incident. So don't sit here now. You playing. So then on King Jives live, I'm just gonna give y'all this quick thing, and then we're gonna get to his live because he also said that Larry Reid lied about him, about the FBI investigating him, and he has proof that Larry Reid actually called the FBI on him and that the FBI is not investigating him. Now, I'm going to get to that in a second. I'm just telling y'all what he said. Now, let me explain these classes. Now, somebody spoke on King Jives Live about these classes that he keeps saying he gives out, these free real estate classes and stuff like that. Now, the person said that the classes are free. Yes, the classes are free. However, he does ask for donations, which is fine. Child, you get the donations. Child, you get the donations. Okay, that's fine. But two, she says that he asked them for their social security number as part of the class. And then he charges them $500 to fix their credit. She said the class didn't teach her anything about buying investment properties. The class didn't teach her anything about flipping properties. It was basically about how to get an FHA loan. And an FHA loan is not for flipping properties. It's not for investment properties. She said, I already had a car. She said, I already had a house. I didn't need to learn how to buy a house. I know how to buy a house. And she said that she bowed out of the class when they started asking her for her social security number. She said, no, ma'am, that's good. I'm out. She said, you won't be getting my social security number or any money out of me. Let's keep it real. Him and Larry Reid were associates. This is why I had a problem with the whole mess. Reid has always been messy, but it doesn't become a problem till he reports on you. Right. That's why I said Larry Reid ain't no innocent. But in this case, I'm cracking up. I ain't gonna lie, I'm laughing. Now, let's talk about this FBI situation, and then we're gonna get to the live that Whitehead put up. Okay. Earlier today, Larry Reid said that Whitehead lied about not being raided by the FBI. And his proof to show that Whitehead was lying was that he said that the FBI had called him earlier that day. Now, he may have stuff on his Patreon, and that's fine. I'm not going over to Larry Reid Patreon. He may have more details and more proof. But when I saw that in my mind, the first thing I thought in my mind was, why would the FBI call Larry Reid? Like, why would the FBI call Larry Reid about Bishop Whitehead? So when Larry Reid showed his phone and he showed that call that came in, it didn't say FBI, it said like U.S. government or whatever. And that may very well be the case that somebody from the U.S. government called Larry Reid, but I'm thinking Larry got it on his IG. Child, Lord, let me see what Larry got on his IG. Oh, Lord, child. Let's see what Larry Reid got on his IG. What Larry Reid got on his IG? Hold on, y'all.
Location. This post, scroll to the top.
Okay, hold on.
They said, well, who's the one transcribe? So the audio he will have will be saying the same thing that the voicemail said. That was left at 412 I saw on it. After they had talked to me. Y'all got that? So that's a voicemail that was transcribed. So the audio he will have will be saying the same thing that the voicemail said. That was left at 412 I saw on it. After they had talked to me. Y'all got that? Yeah, somebody said, Larry, somebody in the driveway. You can see all my notifications on this phone. Yeah. Everybody got it? Did you screenshot it? You screen? Somebody said somebody in your garage. It could be Lisa and the girl. Y'all see that? Y'all got it. All right. So you know. So this happened on August the 1st when the FBI called. Now, I'm going to click right here. I'm doing this.
Hold on. Here it is right here, y'all.
I'm doing this just so y'all can know. I don't tell no lies. It ain't about killing nobody, but you're not about to be lying on me now. It's not going to happen.
All right. He playing this is the voice message. I'm going to let y'all hear it, and then I'm clicking on.
This is Special Agent Guy New York for viewing well. She called me back at 212-384-1000 and asked for a Special Agent Tom. They'll connect you to me, or you can call my work cell phone. I just texted you your 404 number with that number, so you already have it. But if not, call me back at 212-384-1000. Thanks. Bye.
All right, now, y'all. Did y'all hear that?
Child, listen. When it comes to who calling who, and the FBI calling you, and the FBI calling them, child. So that was the voicemail that the FBI agent left Larry Reid. I still have my same question. Why is the FBI calling Larry Reid? My question don't change. I still got the same question. Why is the FBI calling Larry Reid? That ain't my business, though. That's between him and them alphabet people, because I don't want to know. Now, this is the Google voicemail. I'm going to go on and put this up. That Bishop Whitehead said was left for him. Now, I included, I let y'all see the whole thing. You can see where, you can see here at the bottom where it still has, I'm showing you I got it directly from Bishop Whitehead's Instagram, because I don't want y'all thinking, I don't want y'all thinking I did nothing to it now. I don't want y'all thinking I did nothing to it. So here's what it say. Here's what it say, child. Nope, that ain't what it say. He took it down. Oh, y'all. He took it off his Instagram. I'm glad I got the screenshot. He removed this off of his Instagram. This was posted on his Instagram. You can see the proof. You can see it's right. You can see everything there. But that's okay. I screenshotted it, so I still got it. I was just trying to make this bigger for y'all to see. But I'm going to read it to y'all. Now, this is a Google voicemail, and it says the following. Hi, my name is Special Blank. Well, I mean, it doesn't say a name. It just says, I'm going to read y'all verbatim what it says. Hi, my name is Special for the FBI up here in New York City. A man by the name of Larry Reid. Give me the name of the Josette Day, or this is a relation to her being robbed of $150,000. Larry said she had some information, so I'm just trying to look for her. I'll call back. Number is blah, 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 blah. That you can find the number on Google. That's FBI, New York. Again, it's blah, 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 blah. Just ask for specialization. Thank you, bye. Now, we know that when these voice translates, that it don't always, translate, they mess up words and stuff like that. But listen, I don't think either one. I'm just giving y'all the facts. My question, I still got the same question I had. I don't care what Larry Reid played on his live. I don't care what the bishop put up on his Instagram. I still have a question about why the FBI is calling Larry Reid. And I have a question about why the FBI will leave a message for the bishop saying Larry Reid said ... I ain't never had no dealings with the FBI. Thank you, Jesus. So I don't know how they work. But all of that sounds fugazi to me. I'm just saying. All of it sounds fugazi to me. Because I don't understand that whole situation. That's all I'm going to say about that. Now, I see you, Jonathan. I see you, brother. Now, Whitehead then went live. Then Whitehead went live and posted on his Instagram, which I posted that video. Y'all can go look at the video on my channel. And in that video, he said that he gave Larry Reid a public cease and desist. Now, I'd never heard no shit like that, child. He said that Larry Reid is threatening him and that he is fearful of his life. But then Larry Reid came in his comments and he said, Larry Reid threatened me. Then he told Larry Reid, well, you know where I am. Come to New York and see about me. Because he said, because people on the street know that I'm a good pastor, but I'm a good fighter too. Sir, you can't do both. You can't say this man threatened me and I fear for my life and then turn around and threaten him. Because you inviting him to come to New York and telling him that you can fight and that ain't what he want. That's a threat too, sir. He talking about he going directly to the authorities with the screenshot of Larry Reid threatening him. And all Larry Reid gonna do is play that clip of the video where you invited him to come to New York and get this ass whooping. That's a threat too, sir. Exactly, Abby. That's not how any of this works. That's not how any of this works. How any of it works. Then he said that he is going to sue Larry Reid. Sir, what you suing Larry Reid for? He said that he will be serving him with papers, that he'll be getting papers soon. Sir, what are you suing Larry Reid for? Are you suing him for defamation? There is no defamation. Are you suing him for harassment? There is no harassment. Are you suing him for bullying? There is, again, I just explained to you, there's no bullying. What are you suing this man for? What could you possibly be suing Larry Reid for? I need to know. Like Larry Reid said in his live, listen, I talk about trending topics. You a trending topic. If I want to go live every day and do a video on Bishop Whitehead, I can do a video on Bishop Whitehead. Sir, you in the news every day. It's something new every day concerning you. Now, if you were sitting in your house, minding your business, tending to your business up in your prayer closet, nobody would know nothing. And if I continue to make videos bothering you, maybe, just maybe, you might have a case for harassment. But, sir, you are on every radio station every day. Fat Joe said that they had you down to the Telemundo. Fat Joe said his mama down in Miami was talking about you, sir. So what is Larry Reid doing? You cannot sue him for defamation because up until this point, Larry Reid ain't lied on you. Larry Reid said that you had the PPP loan. They found out you got the PPP loan. Larry Reid said that the woman, one of your parishioners, was suing you. Well, they got the court case of the people suing you. Larry Reid didn't come right out and say that the robbery was fake. Larry Reid said he had some questions. That's all I'm saying. We all got questions about that damn robbery. Now, this whole thing with the alphabet people, listen, I don't know what's going on with them alphabet people. And I don't even like saying their name too much because they like Beetlejuice. If you say their name too much, they might pop up. So I don't even want to keep saying their name, okay? But them alphabet people, I don't know. Okay? The alphabet people, you listen. But Larry Reid said that them people raided your house. That's what Larry Reid has said. He said them people raided your house. This how I knew what this man. Well, I already knew what this man was all about. But when Fat Joe said that he was down on the Telemundo, he was smiling, y'all. He was smiling. He was grinning like that Cheshire cat. He was so happy. So happy. Just like when Tasha K told him when he interviewed with Tasha K, and Tasha K told him he was trending. Oh, he was so happy. Sir, be careful what you wish for. Be careful what you wish for. Be careful what you wish for. You think they both obsessed with each other? Let me tell you, Larry Reid is obsessed with making money off of Bishop Whitehead. I'm just going to call the thing a thing. He is making money. And that's what Larry Reid does. I mean, that is what Larry Reid does. He is the Wendy Williams of the gospel world. He like a dog with a bone. He's going to gnaw on this bone until there ain't nothing left. He is going to gnaw. As long as Bishop Whitehead talks, he going to gnaw. Again, if Bishop Whitehead would have shut up. Whitehead started this with Larry Reid by going on that man platform and acting a damn fool. Larry Reid is getting to the money off the back of the man who can't. That's exactly it, Harold. I agree. That is exactly it, Harold. Larry Reid is going to just listen. I'm talking about him every day too. You know why I'm talking about him every day? Because he keep giving me shit to talk about. I be trying not to talk about that man. But he went on his whole Instagram and said that he was going to sue Larry Reid and that the alphabet people called Larry Reid and that Larry Reid is a snitch. That's what he was trying to say. He was low-key calling Larry Reid a snitch. That's what he was really doing. He was low-key saying, I have proof that Larry Reid called them on me. So that's what you was trying to low-key call Larry Reid a snitch is what you was saying. But again, I have to say, why do the alphabet people care about what Larry Reid has to say about you? That part still behooves me. Shout out to Darren Fleet. That part, I don't understand it. But it ain't, listen, Everything ain't meant to be understood. I don't need to know. I don't need nobody to tell me. I don't need it. I don't need it. I don't need to know. I don't need to know. Right. I'm supposed to be asleep right now. But he done gave me a reason to go live at midnight. That's how y'all know I'm on vacation, child. Because y'all know y'all don't be getting no midnight lives in the middle of the week, child. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Willie Brown. Thank you so much, boo. Thank you, thank you, thank you. At least I admit it. Yes, David. I absolutely am. I sure am. You know, you and the ABC people. Right. I don't blame Larry. Keep talking about me and your name is going to continue to be the subject matter. Right. Exactly. Child, he gave him a public cease and desist. Listen, I got to text Simone about that one tomorrow. I'll be like, girl, what is a public cease and desist? He meant that thing, y'all. And when he said it, you know what? I should have had the timestamp. I should have had the timestamp so y'all can hear that man say, this serves as a public cease and desist. I wish I had that timestamp. I got the video on my page, though, y'all. Y'all can go look at the video. But look, this is what it looked like. Abby, you said you wanted to see it. That is the message that he posted. Now, he done took it off his Instagram now. But that is the message he had posted that he said was proof that Larry Reid called the FBI on him, child. He put the Google message. First of all, y'all know that anybody and their cousin can get a Google number. I didn't know the FBI used Google numbers. That's number one. The FBI using Google numbers, again, let me stop saying that name because, again, they like Beetlejuice. I don't want to keep Beetlejuice. I don't want them coming. They use Google numbers because I use Google numbers to call my parents because I don't want them to have my real number. I didn't know they use Google numbers. I am authentically young. Hold on, y'all. Let me see if I can get y'all some of this.
People are lying. All right. So y'all can tag your boy Larry Reid. I want to get this in and out of the way because I'm tired of this. You know, black men just tearing other black men down. And, you know, it's just, it's sad. It's sad. And, you know, we got to stop this, y'all. We have to really stop this. We have to. This guy. My audience don't even know this guy. And y'all shouldn't even. Today, my team told me it's just enough is enough, man. Like, brother, like I'm married. Like, I like women. I don't know.
Oh, that's the other thing too. He insinuated that Larry Reid that it's a sexual thing with Larry Reid.
And I'm not scared of you. Maybe these other preachers are scared of you because you have a platform, but I ain't scared of you. So I want everybody to tag and share because I'm gonna shut this guy Larry Reid down. I'm gonna shut him down today because enough is enough, man. You know, enough is enough. Enough is enough. All right, enough is enough. Okay, enough is enough. Enough is enough. So y'all tag this guy, man. I'm just tired of him. He needs to go and.
Does that sound like somebody that's scared? Does that sound like somebody that's threatened by Larry Reid when he said he feels threatened? Is that what that sound like?
This is all, y'all. This is all. And I know a lot of preachers are rooting me on because he just screwing people's life up. And I greet you guys with the love of Jesus Christ. Single day, he's talking about me. Every single day. I met this man one time, and on last Sunday, not this synopsis. The reason why I'm and laughing, and then once again, he's emphasizing on and on and on, and just.
I'm trying to get to the point where he said this is his juicy
topic. So I got a text today. Google Voice pick up, and then it texts it. That's what they say, like that. Just leave me alone. I have more documentation, and you will be hearing from my attorney, Mr. Reid. And this is a public cease and desist. Okay, publicly, you will be served soon. This is a public cease and desist. Leave Bishop Lamar Miller Whitehead and his family alone. We don't know you. We don't care anything about what you do. I met you one time, and that was it. Leave me alone. Leave my family alone. And now you're calling the federal authorities to make false accusations against me. So you guys need to question what he does. I have the recordings. Okay? And he can't deny this. So for you to extend yourself so low to call the authorities.
Okay, that's enough, child. The whole video is on my page. But can I ask a question, y'all? Why that man got on a sweater? It's a whole 90. Listen, I don't know what the weather was in New York today, but I know it was almost 100 degrees here. Why that man got on a sweater? Is your air that, like, you got your air turned on like that in your house that you got to wear a sweater around the house? I know that's just a stupid thing to ask. I know. But those are the kind of things I noticed, child. Those are the kind of things I noticed. I did not know that you could issue a cease and desist, verbally, publicly, and I didn't know that's how it works. Is that how that works? I mean, I didn't go to nobody's law school, but I didn't know that's how that works, child. I didn't know that's what that. I didn't know that's. Child. This man said, "This is." Miss Thing wanted us to see her sweat. Exactly, T. I said, when he said cease and desist, I need y'all to know that I was like, what? The what? The cease and what? Child. The man is the gift that keeps giving. So let's do a quick recap because I'm gonna make this a even hour. Let's do a quick recap, child. We're going. This the gift that keeps giving, child. Bishop Whitehead went on Fat Joe, interview with Fat Joe, and still don't make no damn sense. Okay, that's number one. We find out that he don't know scripture because every scripture he threw out was wrong. Okay. He's homophobic because he went on Fat Joe and he continued to use the F word. However, he was using the F word, child. We found out about these so-called free classes that ain't really free. They ask for donations. They ask for $500 so that they can fix your credit. And they ask for your social security number. I don't want it. I don't want it. My thing is, why isn't he in the win if he's doing all this scamming? I think he's so arrogant. I mean, listen, there are some people out here that are so arrogant. Because, sir, you have to know. You have to know that you are putting a bullseye on yourself. Like, you are really putting a bullseye on yourself and making yourself look a whole. Like, you really need to shut up. You really need to shut up. He's using it the same way Dwayne Dawkins was unprovoked. Yeah. And he does, y'all. He thinks he's smarter than everybody. He thinks he's smarter than everybody. Oh, Lord, y'all. These people. And he's suing Larry Reid. That's the fact. And he gonna sue Larry Reid. Now, listen, let me say this. And I don't even follow Larry Reid like that. I really don't. Every once in a while, something will come across and it'll be, whatever. But let me say this to y'all. Hey, Tyler, how you doing? Hey, Candy. Hey, everybody coming in. Hey, Shaw. Hey, everybody coming in. Let me say this to y'all. If he thought that Larry Reid was on his ass before, baby, you ain't seen nothing yet. If he thought that this little light, that Larry Reid been giving him, if he thought that, baby, you done got Larry Reid all kinds of energized now. All kinds of energized now. If you thought that Larry Reid was on your ass before, You ain't seen nothing yet. It's about to be on and popping. And like I said, I don't even be following Larry Reid like that. But Larry Reid gonna go live all day, every day. Larry makes sure he don't discuss anything unless it's public record. So good luck. And that's it, Abby. And Larry Reid says that. Larry Reid, he says, if you, and again, I don't even watch him regularly, but when I do watch him, when he's dropping some tea, Larry Reid says that all the time. He says, listen, I don't say anything until it's public. I don't say anything until it's public. He said, now once it's public, then I got then I'm going to speak on it. And that's exactly what he did. When that lawsuit, he said, there's a lawsuit. He didn't say what the lawsuit was. He didn't give no details. As soon as people start exposing that lawsuit, and as soon as like a major newspaper posted it, I think the New York Post posted it, then Larry Reid was like, now I'll talk about it. That's why I do believe that there's something dealing with the alphabet people. These phone calls back and forth ain't what I'm talking about. Because Larry Reid Larry Reid is careful. I'm going to just say it like that. Larry Reid is careful. He's very careful. Very careful. Now, people may not like Larry Reid, and Larry Reid might irritate some people, and that's fine. But he's very careful. So that's why I'm saying, you talking about something, you serving him with legal papers. What are you serving him with, sir? What are you suing Larry Reid for? Because honestly, I ain't nobody's lawyer. I ain't going to nobody's law school. But I don't see what Larry Reid has done that's illegal at this point. He hasn't come. The only thing that he has said that has not been made public yet is that the FBI raided your house. And because that is so specific, I got to believe that Larry Reid has some belief that statement is true. It doesn't mean that the statement is true, but he has a reasonable belief that the statement is true. And that, again, when we start talking about defamation, the burden is, did the person believe that what they were saying was true? If he has a reasonable, like a reason to believe that it is true, it's not defamation. Especially when you're a public figure. And by your own words, you said to Tasha K that you've known worldwide. Now, I don't think that's true, but you said it. You said you're known worldwide. It means an order by administration agencies that require certain practices specified to stop. You must be talking about something. What you talking about, David? I want to know what I want to put that in context. Hold on. Are you responding to something I said, or are you responding to somebody in the chat? It means an order by administration agencies that require certain practices specified to stop. Are you talking about like a cease and desist? Is that what you're talking about? A cease and desist? No, I know what a cease and desist is. I'm saying he said that he's going to sue Larry Reid. I want to know what he's suing him for. You don't sue somebody for a cease and desist. I want to know what he's suing him for. I would love to know what you going to sue Larry Reid for. Because, I ain't nobody's lawyer, but I don't see where he's done anything illegal at this point. And like I said, I agree with you, Ty. He started this whole situation with Larry Reid when he went on Larry Reid's live and proceeded to act a damn fool. Exactly. And if it comes out that it's true, he's in a losing position. Judges don't like frivolous lawsuits. Well, he really need to go somewhere and be quiet and hope everybody forget about him. That's what he need to do. That's what he need to do. I've heard Larry Reid say 3 very specific things about Bishop Whitehead, and 2 out of the 3 have already been come to pass. The first thing he said was that he was being sued. Excuse me. The first thing he said was that he was being sued by a former parishioner. That has come to be true. The second thing he said was that he had $400,000 in PPP loans. That has come to be true. They had to dig to find it, but they found it. The third thing he said was them alphabet people. So the way I see it is, why would he lie about the alphabet people? He was right about the other two things. Now, that don't mean it's true. That means that I believe that he believes it's true. Y'all understand what I'm saying? Anyway, would you say stop calling him Bishop? I think I'm going to have to stop calling him Bishop too, child. I'm going to just start calling him Whitehead, honey. Yep, and because he doesn't know how to hush, Larry's going to keep collecting checks off his. And he sure is. And like I said, if you thought Larry Reid was bothering you before, you'd have opened up that whole can of whoop ass that's coming your way. Child. Ty said he needs to sit like that boy was in the corner during the robbery. Listen, that young man in that corner was like, not today. Not today. He said, not me. No, sir. Child. I thought it was a really good interview with Fat Joe. I would stream it and do like the play-by-play like we did the press conference. And I still might, child. If he get on my nerves tomorrow, I still might do it. But I didn't. I just gave y'all the notes. But it might be on Fat Joe's. I'm not sure if it was on YouTube or if it was on Instagram. If it was on Instagram, I'll stream it. I mean, I can. I'm not saying I will. I can. But if it was on YouTube, I don't fool with. People get away with streaming stuff off of Instagram and not getting flagged. But if it's the reason, so like for example with Larry Reid, it was on Instagram. So I might, y'all. We might do a show and tell tomorrow, child, with Fat Joe, and y'all can see it for yourself. I have to see what my day looking like. But you can get away with doing stuff on Instagram because Instagram and YouTube are, totally are different entities. But when you stream stuff that's on YouTube, then you leave yourself open for your channel to be flagged because that looks like you're like stealing content and stuff like that. So like for example, I don't mess with none of Larry Reid's lives, like because even though he goes live on Instagram, he puts it on YouTube. So that's why I don't fool with none of Larry Reid's stuff because even though it's on Instagram, he 99% of the time when he goes live on Instagram, he uploads it onto his YouTube channel. So I don't play them games. But people who are only on Instagram and they're streaming it on Instagram and I know they're not going to put it on YouTube, I'll fool with it. I've heard a lot of stuff about the wife, but I don't know her. I don't know her Instagram. I don't follow her, so I don't want to speak on it. But according to the word on the streets, she been coming live from a hotel room and not from that house. And she been doing that since before the robbery. Like it wasn't the robbery. Since before the robbery, she been in a hotel room and not been in that house. And that's what the word on the curb is. I don't know if that's true or not. But I'm just telling you, because I don't follow her. I don't know her name and I don't follow her on Instagram. But Abby said that she heard that the wife removed all the pictures of the two of them together. I'm gonna have to go find her. Now, Abby, you got me being nosy. Now I want to go see her Instagram. Coming live from a hotel room. That sound familiar, child. Whoever ended the listen, he's gonna be like another Tasha K. Her people kept telling her to be quiet, and she kept going live. She couldn't stop talking. Talked herself right into it. Anyway, let me go, y'all. It's 1:00 in the morning. Y'all are up. I appreciate it was 100. It's 110 of y'all in here. I appreciate all 110 rocking with me. Y'all know. Listen, I guess I'm a little. If Larry Reid is a dog with a bone, I guess I'm a little chihuahua with a little bone because it's just intriguing to me. Like I don't have no dog in this fight, but I just find this shit absolutely intriguing. It is absolutely entertaining. Okay. Now, I got to go back and listen to what Larry Reid said. But I'm going to go to bed. It's 110 of y'all in here. If you are not subscribed to the channel, please hit that subscribe button. If you're catching it in the replay, go on and hit that like button. If you're in the room, hit the like button on your way out the door. And I'm going to see y'all later on today because I can't even say tomorrow, child. I'll see y'all later on today. And I'll talk to y'all later. It's Lady Asia Champion, I think. Oh, okay. All right. Let me see if it's her. All right, y'all, I'm out.